This is based upon 4 preferences, right? How do you orientate your energy? Outwards, meaning that you're energized through outward activities, extroverted, or introverted, energized through inward activities, right? Sensing, okay, how do you take in information? Are you looking at the small details, or intuition? Are you looking at the big picture? So an example of this that's quite often used in HR activities is that when the people in the program take the Myers-Briggs and then are split into sensing types and intuitive types, they all look at the same picture, okay? It's a picture of a forest, and in the forest is a number of strange things, like a rocking horse, a child's toy, an umbrella. And then you ask everyone, what do you see? It's the same question, they'll look for the same thing, but the answers are very different. The sensing types list what they see. They see, I see trees, I see an umbrella, I see a rocking horse. The intuitive types give some big picture answer. They say, I see an enchanted forest, okay, or something that's along those lines, okay? So what it is that they're actually, paying attention to, the way in which they're interpreting it is different, okay? For sensing types, it's all about the individual steps. For intuitive types, it's all about the end result, the big picture. Thinking, feeling, do you make decisions based upon code, hard logic, data, or subjective feelings, okay? So a good way to think about this is if you imagine you're a manager and you've been told you need to let someone go, how would you go about making that decision? If you were a thinking type, you would need some objective way of doing it, like looking at the number of sales and then getting rid of the person who has the least sales. If you're a feeling type, you're going to be looking more at subjective data to do with feelings, okay? If I get rid of this person, what would that do with morale, okay, in the workplace, okay? How will that affect people's feelings and other criteria such as this, okay? So that's a big difference. And then judging versus perceiving, okay? How do you organize the world? Do you like to be orderly? Do you like to be prepared, okay, which is the judging type? Or perceiving, do you like to just adapt and live in the moment, more spontaneous, okay? So this could be, differences in terms of how you prepare for a trip or a holiday, right? So you kind of have a to-do list, and you have a kind of planner of all the main things you want to do on your trip, okay, maybe broken down, day by day, okay? Or do you kind of just wing it, okay? And once you're there, do you just then find what you want to do and explore what you want to do and adapt once you're there, okay? Obviously, the judging type would prepare, okay, most likely, whereas the perceiving type is adapting once they're there. These differences make sense? You can also think about them in relation to the big 5, if you're familiar with the big 5, okay? Extraversion obviously correlates with the first one. Extroverts are higher in extraversion. Openness in the big 5 correlates with the second one, okay? Intuitive types are higher in openness in comparison to sensors, okay? The final type, or the final dichotomy, correlates with conscientiousness, okay? Judging types are higher in conscientiousness, perceiving types are lower in conscientiousness. These are all strong correlations. The third one is a moderate correlation, okay? But it moderately correlates with agreeableness, okay? Feeling types are higher in agreeableness on average, and thinking types are lower in agreeableness,